to 7777 News.
Look at this, Daddy.
Oh, that you're not supposed to do that. Thank you. Give us. Thank you.
There's some more, Daddy.
Huh? I know there are more, but you're not supposed to mess with these.
Let's do that.
No.
Let's do it.
No. You need to come eat lunch.
Bruh.
Yeah, come on.
Bruh.
Don't grab me. Come on.
Bruh.
Come on.
Bruh.
All right. Now, if you do this at school, guess what?
What?
Then they're not gonna have you at school. So, do you want to wear your book bag and stuff and go to school? Okay. You need to go eat your lunch.
Okay.
What do we have here? Who do we have here?
Oh, okay. Okay, hold on. Let me start. Okay. So, this. Okay, the account is now deactivated, but this was a comment cousin for quite some time, okay? And her name was Kristen. I know you guys have seen her in here. She's been in here and she's been in Smashes. Yes, that's Pink Flower. Yeah. We figured all this out last night because Smash finally let me fucking call her the fuck out because if y'all don't know, I let my child sleep on the kitchen floor, according to Kristen. Anyway, I had asked her like months ago, why, because Passion had brought it up to me that all of her pictures had her face photoshopped onto a body, which she does. I have all of them. I'm just saying.
No, sir.
Yeah, Victoria, we were looking for you last night, but we figured you were in the bed.
In the bed. Yes, I go to sleep. So yeah, Pink Flower, we debunked her catfishing ways last year. There was 3 of us. I'm the one who actually caught on to it because she was always
back.
she got up in the box in a live I was in recently, and as soon as I heard her voice and looked at the profile, I sent it to Trailer Park Barbie because we investigated it, and I was like, she's back. She's really back doing the same thing.
Yeah,
Oh, those are the same. Those are the same.
I took these 2. Yeah, if you look, the pieces in the background are literally the exact same thing. In the fucking exact same, like, she's using the same shit.
We even found the woman that, the picture on the right, the face, we found her actual account. She's like a really big creator. And that's what didn't add up to me was that she's absolutely incredible looking. And the videos on her page, like the girl's got moves. I'm like, why is she not an influencer? You know, when you can just see them? Well, turns out she actually is. But she was hanging out with Anti-Scam. And turns out she's like 50. A 50, 60-year-old woman catfishing.
Yeah, Smash had
The sad thing is that once we uncovered it and other people who were in her circle last year, when they got involved, we did find out that the reason she did that, taking over someone else's complete looks and everything, is that she said she had felt like if she was just herself with a picture of just her, she was not going to make any friends. She felt like she had to be young and beautiful to be accepted. And, you know, that turned the whole thing around when we did our whole live exposing it, like our big investigation skills. And it turned into like, I was bawling my eyes out and felt absolutely terrible that that's how she felt. But to see that she's back and she's doing it again, I'm going to have to say it's not looking good for you there, Dawn.
That's
Well,
Dawn.
last,
Which Dawn?
last night Smashes. Oh, sorry, Petty.
Sorry, Pastor, go ahead.
So last night in Smash's live, because I brought this up to Smash a couple of months ago, because she kept running. She likes to run her mouth often in Smash's live, and she actually kind of got ballsy enough to do it in here and was trying to get your attention to like change the subject and shit. But I never said anything because one, this is your platform. Two, I'm not a mod, so she started doing that in Smash's live, and I was like, one, this is Smash's live. She's going to talk about what she wants to talk about. And two, how about you let the mods handle this instead of you trying to control it? She never listened. So me and two other people started looking into her pictures because we were noticing that shit was off. And if you look at some of her pictures, there's 5 different bodies that she has her quote unquote face on, and there's multiple different faces on said bodies. And then the reason why she was doing this is completely like stupid, like saying that she has trauma and she was taking her old face pictures and putting them on her new body and whatnot. But like if you go look at like the workout videos, it's a completely different woman.
I
And
have
then-
pictures of her, of actually her. Like we did a full on expose on this. Like we did the work last year. All for One was there. And I think he's in the chat, but yeah,
Victoria.
we got it.
Victoria. Girl, I was just joking. So you're telling me this is Tina's friend?
Yes.
I was just trying to make a damn joke. I really was. I was for real making a damn joke.
But last night we caught her because the math wasn't mathing. We were like, hey, so what year were you born? She was like 2004.
Hold on a second.
So we
Clementines, what are you talking about? Unless you're Pink Flower, Kristen, whatever, unless you're her, then this does not pertain to you.
No, because I have the messages of her saying that there's multiple reasons of why she doesn't put her actual face out here and shit, which is awful fucking weird. But then she claims in the same messages that she's boxed up with people on here and had friendships with people on here, and that people have seen her as this person. So
Yeah,
please
she
be
has-
so fucking for real.
She has a very recognizable voice.
She sounds like she's 60, 70 years old trying to play off that she's 20. I'm
Rebecca,
gonna call
yes,
her.
she catfished Dr. Clyde. He was on Love After Lockup.
Yeah, I was in that live when all that came out. Because at that time, I hadn't heard the whole story, right? So I'm sitting in the boxes, and then PBG came in. I think Victoria, you came in, and all the real story came out, and I'm like, whoa,
Girl,
wait a
it was
second.
my live. I was the host.
But we had her in a box last night in Smashes. Like she made the mistake of getting into a box trying to act like she had a 20-year-old voice. And I'm sorry to say, but if you're 20 years old, you sound like you smoke 3 cartons of cigarettes a day. I'm just gonna call it like I heard it. So, but we were questioning her. We asked her, what year were you born? She said 2004. Then we asked a couple more questions, and then we're like, okay, well, what year did you graduate? She's like, well, technically I didn't graduate because it was COVID, but it was 2020. One, if you didn't graduate, how did you become an EMT? Because you have to have a high
I
school
don't
diploma
mean to
and
cut
GED.
you off, but we got Clementines up in the box, and I'd really like to hear.
Okay, I'll mute.
Hi, y'all. I came up to clarify because A, I'm not her. I was saying that I have never felt unaccepted by you guys because I am slightly seasoned, but that is
Oh.
no excuse for someone to say that they have to Photoshop, do all that crazy stuff. I love y'all. I just tell jokes.
Right. Okay. No, no, no. I thought that you were her because I'm like, girl, I've seen you. I've heard you.
No,
Let me be
absolutely
me.
not. Not me. I would say no, like nobody has seen my picture, like even ones I talk to. Like nobody's seen me, but that doesn't mean that like you guys have ever made me feel unaccepted. That's all I was
Right.
saying. I love you
Absolutely.
all.
Oh my God, I love you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
So we asked her, we're like, okay, what year did you graduate? And she said 2020. And then we were like, well, if that's the case, if you do the math, and believe me, like I suck at math, but I'm not an idiot. I know how to use a calculator. If you take 2020 and 2004, that gives you 16. That means she graduated at 16.
I
You
was
can't
supposed to
practice
graduate in
as an EMT.
2019, and I was born in 2001.
She also hesitated, like she couldn't think of the year that she graduated. You could ask me and I could tell you right off the bat what year I graduated without a hesitation. So there was that. And then I was thinking, well, if you are 16, how are you practicing as an EMT? Because in my state, you cannot be an EMT or a firefighter without having a high school diploma, GED, and be 18 or older. So a lot of shit wasn't mathing. She got called out on it, and she was. We did a Google reverse image on some of the pictures, and one of the guys that she was quote unquote taking a picture with isn't even from the States. He's across the fucking seas. And as soon as it got called out by Smash, this dude right here, as soon as Smash called it out, she was a fucking runner and she dropped out of the box and hurried up and just like shut her whole entire TikTok page down. So I was quiet about it,
Yeah, this
but
is what she does. She'll pop up with a similar photo profile, high following. No, like it's very rare that she even has videos, but she's always private. But there's no mistaking her voice, and she definitely seems like she likes to use the same girl for her shenanigans. But she's got like white hair. She's an older
she
woman.
looks
Oh
like the
my God,
Crypt
if it's the
Keeper.
bitch that I seen last night that Smash showed that I had fucking
Yes.
nightmares about, I don't want to fucking see her again. That
Jeff,
is fucking
hold on.
diabolical of her.
Kendra.
Kendra.
Jeff, come up and show the picture because I just tried to find it
I'm
and
here. I have it.
No, I'm scared, really. Like, I almost cried last night when I seen this bitch. I'm not, you can hate me all you want. I almost cried.
Kendra, you should pull up the photoshopped one of her having no neck.
Did you have the one with her trying to pretend to be an EMT?
We
Wearing
have
the
all of it.
jacket?
Yep, I have all of it. I've
Okay.
been collecting as I've been going because I was done with her being a see you next Tuesday in the comments and trying to,
Ladies and gentlemen,
control.
I present to you Pink Flower. Is that a piece of paper for John Miller?
That's how.
and for the sake of also proving that that was her, there was a FaceTime call that was recorded, so it was her voice with her face. I told you we did a full on like expose on her last year.
Doesn't she look
Take
20?
a shower at
Guys?
3 a.m. after seeing this.
Oh my God, that's so
I am
exciting.
not giving out her real name out of respect for doxing, Petty.
I understand. I'm lost for words. I definitely understand. I definitely agree not to give out the real name. I definitely agree, but I'm just lost for words on the 20 to just the age gap. The
Age
Lord.
gap. It's like an age gorge.
Came up there fucking as petty. When I tell you she came up there sounding like my whole ass grandma, bitch, and said she was 24, I said, bitch, huh?
See, but I actually think her voice does sound a lot younger. I
It
do
does.
think
It
that.
does.
Younger, but
Not
not no
last night,
20
it
fucking
didn't.
4.
Right.
It did not last night. She literally, if she's 20, she's smoking too many cigarettes and needs to cut it down because she sounds older than my grandma. My grandma's 74.
Look, you all
God
know
bless you.
Kendra and Victoria and everybody, Trailer Park Barbie. I give you kudos because you guys turned around and nailed that one down hardcore.
Yeah, we
You
did.
did all the legwork. You did all the footwork. You get all the credit. I don't care. Look. You did it. You did it. Hands down.
I saw Kendra pop up with the picture and I was like, oh, wait a minute.
Yeah, they were bringing you up last night. I was like, I'm sure she's in the bed. I was like, but when the news comes around tomorrow, I will be there. But yeah, I was waiting to call it out, and then I had got in a box because Smash was like, I don't know what to do. She's still here because we were waiting on her to come in the other night so we could call it out, and she never came in, which was weird. Like she comes in every single night, and so we just. And then finally, Smash was like, she's still here. What do I do? I was like, fuck it. I was like, I'm going to get in the box. I'm not going to say a word. I'm going to put up the fucking screenshot where she talks shit about me and let's see what the fuck happens. What else are we going to do?
Someone
So
asked a good
that's how we got
question.
here.
Someone asked a good question. Did she scam anyone out of money?
No, she did anti-scam.
She tried to get
Uh,
into the anti-scam aspect, but if anything, she did scam one thing.
Uh-oh.
She scammed Dr. Clyde's heart.
She was doing that to a bunch of our guys over in Smash's Live. She was in multiple DMs trying to act like this was tender.
Hey,
And Andrew was one of them.
can I interrupt for just a moment? Can we deal with the seasoned, calling people seasoned? I'm 43 and I'm in my prime. Can we please not call people seasoned?
Just call me old. I'm okay with
They
it.
didn't want to be called old, so what term would you like to use?
We are in our prime. We are in our prime.
I'll write that down. In y'all's prime.
Yeah. We ain't seasoned. We ain't old. We in our prime.
She was in Andrew's DM. She was in a guy that comes in Smashes, Dominic. She talked to him a lot. There's a lot of people that she really, like, it seemed to be got close with. And she got pissed off the other day because on your, like, other account where you made her a mod, and I came in here and was like, hey, how are you gonna make a fucking catfish a mod before you mod me, bitch? And I meant that shit. I mean it. I stand on it. The fuck? And I said it last night, bitch. The fuck? You see me? I just got out of bed. And I'm in this motherfucker.
I made her a
Please
mod.
get the fuck up out my face. Play on me.
I made her a
And
mod.
I'm only going to put this out there real quick. Anybody that comes in contact with anybody that manipulates just as bad as this, she catfished me. I mean, she played me to get into an anti-scam.
That's what drew my attention was that she
Yes.
was in Jeff's lives,
Yep.
you know, right-hand man, top moderator, so respected and trusted. And I was like, man, she's so gorgeous. And I was friends with her. That's when I ended up seeing her photos and everything. And all I did was glance and I was like, how do they not see this is not her?
And I'll be honest with you, if it hadn't been for Victoria and Trailer Park Barbie, now she would have kept on playing anybody and everybody in her path. And she was manipulated, in my opinion, from what she had told me. Now this is only verbiage by Tenna. It was set up by Tenna and the account and everything, and Tenna had her play that role because those two are good friends.
I know
They've
that
known
they
each
were
other for at least
friends.
2 or 3 years, I believe.
I know they're still friends.
Yes.
All for one, I just came up here to say real quick. I know you didn't just say that John got his heart catfished or whatever because he was playing in the swimming pool with all the
Yeah,
little duckies.
yeah. I'm not going to disagree on that aspect as well.
Okay, I
Yeah.
just came up here to say that because I was like, because he played one of my very good friends.
Well,
So
he played her. Or no,
yeah,
he didn't play her. He played Tenna.
And he
That's
ain't no freaking gem, so I don't see the
right.
I
Yeah, that's what
have
I
to
just came up
agree,
to say.
Victoria.
Mr. John, yeah, left. Well, we weren't really dating, but threw me away for that.
Hey, can I be respectful
And
and
that's
say,
my baby right
You
there.
got threw
can I be
away.
respectful
Oh
and
yeah,
say they're
thrown
making a new
away for
TV
me.
show?
Threw me away, not once, but twice for that.
Hey, Petty, they're making a new TV show. It's called Love After Nursing Home.
Yep.
I'll be a
Yeah.
part of it.
He after the second time he deserved it. And
sign
I,
me up. I need me a salty daddy with one foot in the grave.
Cool. I got the wifey to wifey over here yelling at me already. I'm in
yeah,
trouble
I still
now.
have every screenshot from that time too. I just found them the other day. Screenshots, messages, and everything. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Wifey's here, Jeff. You're
Oh, I know. I'm in trouble.
I'm bowing down out of embarrassment. Okay, goodbye.
Hey, she needs to be nice to me. I'm painting the family room out.
After 6 years, Jeff, you don't get a fucking pass.
I don't know what you're
Okay.
talking about. We won't discuss that.
You've been putting that off for 6 years?
I don't know
Dang.
what
Yeah,
you're
it's
talking
been-
about. I can't confirm or deny that.
Jeff, is the kitchen sink installed yet?
Yeah, kind of, sort of.
Oh my God, Jeff!
It's put in. I mean, it's right
That
there.
was the compromise. Was she wanted that? Now you got to do it.
I know. Wow.
But I
All right,
also-
Penny, I'm going to leave. I'm getting jumped here by everybody.
We
We're
team
gross
wifey
girls.
over here.
Oh, wow.
Gross girl, sorry. We made Pastor Petty put $3,000 in a bank, like in a little savings for hands to get a tattoo. Trust. We would call
Oh,
you out on that
wow.
too. Is this the same? Is this the same Kristen B that used to be in She Who Shall Not Be Named lives? Asking for a friend.
Maybe.
Okay.
I mean, she was literally in Smash's live every single
She was
night
in here every day.
and every morning. And I'm sorry, for an EMT, their schedules are chaotic. There's no way that you can be able to be in somebody's live every night and every day.
Yes, that was Pink Flower's actual face. Y'all aren't pranking me on that, are you? Because that.
Mm-mm.
No, ma'am.
Not a prank, homie.
I feel dirty. I'm getting down. That's gross.
I'm
Why
sure
do
I
I
do
hide
wanna-
that shit?
For anyone who is confused, pink flower there is the very definition of catfishing and deception. And with that, have a great day.
Yeah, Penny, I'm going to drop as well. You all have a safe day, and I got to get back to painting the walls.
Sound good to me. Don't get in trouble.
I won't.
But I do want to say that this said person was also turning around and constantly changing the story on their parents. One minute their parent was alive, the next time their parent was deceased, to get sympathy out of people and all that stuff. So
I literally just came up here for this and to show one other thing because Ratina makes me want. She has a mission to unalive me with the memes she makes of me and fishing. Because this is like raw reactions, mind you. Ratina has the best screenshotting ability. It is fucking. She should get paid for it. This is me finding out this bitch looked like what she looked like last night. And yes, I said what the fuck I said. That's fucked up. Okay? You got me fucked up. I don't know if Smash is in here, but show these anyways.
she probably isn't. She's always late.
This was. They were talking about some kind of live. I think it was a live you had or something. And she,
Breezy.
yeah, she
It's
was like,
me,
when did
Breezy.
that happen? Was I even there? And then she made this one. I love Ratina. Oh my god. She made this. I was crying laughing at these. But yeah. I'm sure this, well, not this, that's Smashley, but I'm sure the motherfucking pink flower bitch, Kristen, who the fuck ever, will be back. So just watch out. You know what I'm saying? Don't fall for catfishes. Oh god, my dog's barking. Bye.
But I'm gonna bounce. So have a great day.
You too. You too. Wow. Way to kick it off. 777 News, where you catch the most unexpected strays, the most unexpected news, where you catch the most unexpected everything. Couple of stories to cover. Hate to cover them, but I gotta cover them. Then I think if there is enough time, I'll go into our reading. So, covering a couple of stories for you.
Department of Veteran Affairs has canceled their suicide prevention training because it offers LGBTQ plus considerations. So when we sat up here and said that Donald Duck doesn't fuck with the gays, we meant that shit. All the pick-me-ass gays for Trump, fuck you. Fuck you. Because we all know why you're a gay for Trump. You're transphobic. I'm tired of getting on this app and doing that I told you so, because it's like, yes, I did tell you so. I was fucking right. But at what cost? Because now what? There are going to be veterans that end up killing themselves, even if they're not
I don't think that part, I think I need a sticker for that. I think I need a sticker. And they not working. They not working. Oh, there they go. Yeah, let's. Yeah. All right.
We have a major news update right now. The Office of Management and Budget has issued a new memo saying that funds aren't being stopped across the board, and specifically lists SNAP, student loans, Pell Grants, Head Start, and rental assistance, and other similar programs will not see efforts paused. In addition, it is saying that Medicaid will continue without pause as well. But despite that, a number of Democratic senators across the country, from Ron Wyden to Chris Murphy to others, have said that they see Medicaid disruptions in their states. Ron Wyden says that his staff has confirmed disruptions in all 50 states per my previous video. Right now, there is just complete chaos in Washington. No one really knows what's happening following this memo. There's a lawsuit pending. A number of party leaders and just media reporters are trying to figure out what is happening. OMB says SNAP and other benefits won't be impacted, but it's already likely impacted. Right now, there's just a lot of confusion, a lot of chaos. The 5 p.m. deadline is 3 hours away. I'll continue to provide you updates, so be sure to stay tuned for more.
What I like is that I like statistics. I like census. I like knowing who benefits from the benefits, and knowing that there's a percentage of the population that the media has garnered to you to believe that they take these assistant models. I like that there's a belief that there is a certain human being that takes these benefits, part one. When in reality, the people that the humans that get this assistance mostly look like the people in your suburban neighborhoods. Okay? I hope you understand what I said. Okay? And what I like from yesterday is that I'm going to be careful with my words now that I know they're truly, truly, truly watching. They're truly, truly, truly watching. Because there were enough people from suburbia, from the rural areas, that got upset and were on the internet about it. Hope you understand what I just said. Yeah. Hope you just heard what I said. There were enough people in suburbia and rural areas that were upset about what they would do in the coming month, coming forward, about said benefit. And as they watched, they realized that, okay, we'll stop. We'll stop. This does not mean that there won't be another go round at something else that benefits you. You have been programmed to believe that when you're getting something that somebody else that doesn't look like you should not qualify for what you get. There's a program in your head right now and you're in the matrix. You need to take that chip out your head and understand that, yeah, I may look like I do and they look like they do, but we're humans, and whatever benefits they get should not hamper my day-to-day life. Because the minute that you start worrying about what somebody else is getting, and if it's benefiting them, yours will get taken away too. There's no separation for a mass amount of funding. They don't separate it by colors, by red or blue. They don't separate that funding. It's not separate. It's all in one pot that gets divvied out amongst the humans. No matter what the humans look like, no matter what language the humans speak, that money is there for all humans, for that state or states. And your programming has left you to believe that if the funding gets taken, that it's taken away from a certain group of humans and not you. That's not how it works. You need to deprogram yourself. You need to deprogram yourself. The only way that that is possible is if you can get someone to write a law that says if you are of European descent, then you get this allocated to you. If you are of African of native descent, this is what you get allocated to you. Hence reservations. Hence loans and stuff. The other thing in this part one that you need to really pay attention to that did not stop, that they kept in there, is your children that are currently going to college. A school gonna want payment. No Pell Grants, no loans, they on freeze. So while you are happy about keeping your food stamps, while you are happy about keeping your SNAP and WIC benefits, somebody gonna be coming out of pocket. Somebody gotta write a check. What if they don't have scholarships? I see your comment, Roach. The freeze were rescinded. I saw the freeze were rescinded on food stamps and other things, but I didn't see the freeze was rescinded on the grants and on the loans. I didn't see that part. I didn't see that part. The other part, it was, okay, if you say so. Okay. If you say so. Okay. Judge denied it. Okay. Still got to go back to court. Okay. Still got to go to court. It's on pause. Still got to go to court. They get to make their arguments. Just saying. Just delayed for right now. You ain't up in the arms. Just saying. They still get to make an argument at court. They playing games with you. They playing games with me. Another part of this, and no one's talking about it, women's rights, DEI. Why was it really put in? It's not to benefit people of a certain demographic. Once again, I believe this is part of the women's rights. When women's rights and feminism were making headway to be equal, a certain group of women to be equal to their counterparts as they were working and not getting paid the same. Other groups knew that they were underpaid, but a certain suburban, rural woman wanted to get paid the same amount as her counterpart. She wanted to be equally as qualified. Equally as qualified as those that descend as well from her. And as you garner against your own self-interest, you are now back in 1940, where they could light up inside the office place, where they could touch you at your cubicle. Well, I'm just getting a little handsy memory. All those rules and, yeah, madman. All those rules put into place for your benefit, you have script. For why? I really don't know why. I don't know why you script those benefits towards yourself. Is it for fragility? Is it for some states to write laws that say that you can be taken even if it's your father or your brother and still have the child? This is just weird. This is a weird time to be alive. To watch states write laws that say that you can be taken. Alabama, Mississippi. They say that you can be taken. Women, listen to me. There are states that say that you can be taken. And if you try to do anything to the child that which you are carrying, you will be in trouble. You'll be locked up. Then you roll back even more initiative to make sure. Is it really the dream of a woman to be a housewife? You don't dream bigger. You don't dream about going to the stars. You don't dream about being a doctor. You don't dream about being a president of a business. You want to be the so-called stay-at-home mom with the apron on, cooking and picking up for little ones and doing all the chores, and honey, everything's fine at home. You go hang with the guys. I don't understand this way of thinking as superior as women are to men. Just saying. I said it. Yes, I did. The medical mutation said that women are superior, and I said it. I said it way smarter. They mature faster than us, and I don't understand this need to be told what to do. That why, like, I don't understand, like, the need to be told what to do. You know what the hell to do. You know how to check him. You know how to do it. You know how to do it on your goddamn own. I don't understand this. And when I get home, dinner better be made. What? Excuse me? 100, 100. Ain't no 50, 100. Ain't no 80, 20. Everybody should be pulling their weight. 100, 100. I make either the same amount, or I'm making close to what you making, but we both bringing a solid income in, and we both can take care of the kids. I don't understand. I don't understand this American concept of selling vacuum cleaners, knocking on doors and selling vacuum cleaners and microwaves to at-home wives. I don't understand these American capitalist military complex ways. I don't understand. But also, I do understand that I had to shut my mouth. Don't want to be like don't want to be like Malcolm nor Martin. I'm not a leader. No. Just shut my mouth. I just put a couple of information out because I understand they watching now. I understand they watching. I understand. You don't understand. You definitely don't understand. With as much power as women have, I don't understand your need to appease the most rural areas. With what's going on in this country, and your pockets and your family's pockets with all the land that you have get lined for decades by free work. And I'm going to say it's free because it's paid under par. It's not even paid at the federal level. It's paid under par. And I don't understand how you go against your own self-interest and think, hoorah! We just did one. And then when the workers start leaving, in the thought of selling off land to the rich. Well, we know you can't afford to plant. We know you can't afford to have cattle anymore. We know you can't afford to raise and graze those horses anymore. So how about you sell to us? Have a good one. How about you sell to us? How about you sell to us? And you're selling off parts of your land that were meant for your family for what? For what? Just because you made a decision that was against self, that you thought was going to be against a whole group of people. I do understand the antics as I'm reading stuff yesterday and this morning about wanting a civil discourse. I won't say the W word, but that's actually what you want. But do you really want that? Like, it's one thing to be at the range and have a paper thing to put up and do that to, but it's another thing to, like, flesh. Looking in someone's eyes as darkness takes over. Having to make decisions on whether to defend yourself and your family or give your body away for the use so your family can run away. I don't know if you thought about it that deep. I don't know if you thought about it that deep, but I have another clip. Just saying. Just saying. Give it some time. It's about to go. It's loading. It's loading. You're right. You're right. You're right.
Despite what the White House press secretary said at the podium earlier, I believe it is my duty to report to you the truth of what actually happened today in Illinois. Donald Trump's administration is lying to you. The White House's attempt to walk back what they did today does not match what we saw on the ground. They assured us that Medicaid would not be affected. That was a lie. Our state agencies were unable to access the Medicaid system until an hour ago, preventing payments for services. And this has been reported from states across the nation. When we reached out to federal agencies, they informed us that they have been directed not to discuss any guidance with states. They have canceled previously scheduled meetings for this week.
I might have.
The White House assured us that Head Start would not be affected. That was a lie. Providers across the state experienced outages, and some were unable to make their payroll. They assured us that they were doing nothing to take away individual assistance from the most vulnerable people in our state. But they refused to say that they would restore LIHEAP, the Low-Income Housing Energy Assistance Program, payments to support the unemployment system, and Meals on Wheels. These are programs that hundreds of thousands of Illinoisans depend on. Children, seniors, veterans, working parents. Let's just be clear about what happened over the last 24 hours. At 7:42 p.m. last night, we saw a memo from the White House saying that they were pausing federal funding across the board. This morning, along with all 50 states across the country, we discovered that our ability to access critical federal funding had been cut off. And now the administration would like us to believe that these were just coincidental website outages. Donald Trump and his administration have not earned the benefit of the doubt. They are either lying to us or they are critically incompetent.
Not first, part one. Hold up. I gotta write this down. Two words. Okay. Yeah, let me hit it like that. We are living history. And because our news media is owned by millionaires and billionaires, Murdoch, We have to be our own journalists. We have to be our own news reporters. It is up to us, the people, to make sure that we keep a steady thumb on the news that we put out, that we continue to push forward the news, not CNN, not MSNBC, not Fox, not ABC, CBS, none of those. None of those. If you see it, say something, post it. Yep, Acosta left. You, C-SPAN is to pay attention. You are the people. We are the people. We have to do a better job, even if no one else is listening to us, to try to inform the people about what's going on. We are now journalists. Those people that you hear talking on those networks are talking heads. Fluff, bang, make you feel good. Those are talking heads. You must do a better job putting out what you can. As a journalist, if things start to go haywire and you've been paying attention, it is your job to make sure that your speech is protected and get out and protect yourself as a protected agency of yourself and continue to report on the things that are going on here without being here. Yeah, I said it. I said it. I saw a couple of things last night and good morning. I saw a couple of things last night and today. I saw a couple of countries that are letting people in. Benin? They're offering dual citizenships as of yesterday. Ghana is pushing it as well to people of the diaspora. I'm just letting you know that people around the world see what's going on here. And they are offering safe passage. It may not be what this is, but it may offer solitude for some peace. The world is watching. The world is protesting. 2, this government is very much competent. If you would have saw on inauguration day, there were millionaires and billionaires, and they didn't get to be a millionaire and billionaire being at inauguration for nothing. Those are very smart people. They have your data in their hands. They have your data in their hands. They know what you like. They know what you don't like. They know what your budget is for the entire month and year. They know what you receive from the government, and they know what you don't receive. They know how much you get and how much you put out. They know about your insurance bills and everything. Google was there. Microsoft was there. Apple was there. It's the parent company of Google. They know everything about you. Do not get it twisted that they are not competent. Do not play games with yourself like they don't know you better than you know yourself. They will put an ad in front of you and know you will buy it. They know how you spend. Do not think these folks are ill-competent or stupid.
I just wanted to come up and say there are a few things. One, there are protests around the world, y'all, based off of what's happening in our country. I think it's really sad that I've only seen it on TikTok and not like the actual news. Also, before RFK Jr. gets confirmed, please look into eugenics and how eugenics has played a role in G-sides around the world, and that you need to be watching out for your disabled family members as this starts. Make sure they're safe. Make sure their medicine is ordered. If you can order it months ahead, please do. It's really, 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 really scary. as a disabled person, to watch this go on. And I was denied Medicare because I'm permanently disabled and have been for a number of years, and was supposed to get approved in December, and they fought me on it. And then I just got a call yesterday that they're not.
Question.
I don't qualify. Yes.
Question. Do you know where Germany got its laws from and
The
learned?
Jim Crow laws.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, Jim Crow. Y'all, I do have a political science degree, unlike some people who almost got one. I did double major in political science and English and have a master's. So I am actually educated. If y'all ever have questions, please feel free to reach out. I'm about to get a disability attorney at this point because it's just not worth it anymore. It's a struggle. My health insurance is an arm and a leg, and now my prescription costs went up again. So I just want to hop up and say that, and I love you guys. Bye.
Later. Civil workers are being sent emails from not their boss or HR by some illicit person in the government telling them, and the government budget has not been passed, it's not March, but telling them to resign and they'll receive a government payout. If you are a federal worker and you have received that email, you better not. You better resist. You are listen right now, baby. You are the wall. You are the wall of step one that is going to save people, and people don't even know. If you are going they are going to put folks that will do their bidding in your place. You are the wall. You are a silent protester, and you have no idea that you are. You are a silent protester, and you have no idea.
That's exactly right, Petty. I have a friend who actually received the email, and she said that it was titled "Fork in the Road," which, if anybody knows the email that went out when someone took over another platform, like when Elonia took over Twitter, they sent out that email. Basically was formatted as the same email, with just the exact same content, so they feel that it originated from the same place. So do not reply to that email. Do not.
Jennifer, actually, somebody offered a solution. They said, reply no, contact your HR, tell them to save the email, contact your head and HR, tell them to save the email that you do not want to quit, and also save the okay, don't reply, but they said save the email that you do not want to quit.
That's your save your reply that you're saying absolutely not. Yeah. Because they say that it's right along the same lines of the email that Musk sent out. So you know that kind of gives you an idea of where the idea for that email probably come from, you know, which is wild. And there are countries, I just wanted to say, there are countries out there that do see what's going on here, and they do, like, I don't know what to say and what not to say, but they are considering us a bit on the
Refugee.
oppressed side. They're seeing us as being that way. Like, for example, my daughter didn't think that this would happen at all. Like, it was not even in her train of thought, but she went to university to apply for university over there just because she's going back to school, and they actually offered her scholarship because she's an American and because what's going on over here. And like, there are countries that, if you are seeking asylum, do your research. They will take you and they will help you. And once you get there, they will help you. I didn't know this either, but if you get over there and you're like in a financial crisis, they will help you with like a financial crisis, and they different countries will guide you through what you need. So there is lots of opportunity. Like if it comes down to that for you and you feel like you need to go, um don't be scared. There's there's options. Do your research. There is options. And like I said, I hate to be the conspiracy theorist in the group, but I don't know. I don't know. Something it looks very bleak for a while. Do I think that there is a dawn on the horizon? Absolutely, because I'm a firm believer that everything ebbs and flows, that we live with hills and valleys, right? I mean, scientifically, what goes down must go up, right? But how long is it going to take for that to happen is the big question. So if you're on the fence, if you can do it, travel is an expense that you'll never go broke from because you'll always learn something. You know what I'm saying? It's not a frivolous thing to travel because you always have education when you travel. So don't ever feel like, "Oh, I can't do it," or that's just not in the cards for me. If you feel like it's something that you need to do and you're being pulled to do, just do it. Just do it. Because there are countries out there who are waiting on us. They're waiting on us because and if y'all haven't seen the protests that have taken place in Germany on our behalf, you really need to look those up, because I'll tell you what, I'll cry just talking about them. They will bring the hair on your skin up. And where my daughter's at, there's actually a lot of Germans there as well. And so she knows like a group of Germans, and they went out and they told her that, that's actually what happened with Elon is actually against the law, that you know, he would suffer consequence if that happened in their country. And that they feel for us over here, and that they do feel that we are becoming oppressed. And yeah, so what did somebody say? We're the something something with the Gucci belts. How did they put it? I can't remember. If I remember, I'll pop back up here. But it was really sad how it was put. We were something something, but with Gucci belts, and it was like an aha moment. Anyway, I'll be back.
Looking into Germany, it seems that they are preparing.
Daddy, look at this. Daddy, look at this.
They're preparing for us.
Daddy, look at this car.
That's not nice. It seems as Germany. Let me get back to the federal workers and come back to Germany. Federal workers, don't reply to that email. One, we're at day 52. Tomorrow will be day 51. Two, federal workers. Some of you have worked there 5, 10, 15, 20 years in that federal position. There is no way in hell you should be trying to risk your TSP, your financial retirement, for someone emailing you talking about they're going to give you a payout, and the government has not been funded yet. It's not March. Basically, you are going to fire yourself and not get paid. And your pension has not reached the equitable amount that it could for some federal workers who have $1 million in their pension. Do not fire yourself. Do not fire yourself. Do not reply to the email. Do not reply to the email. Do not fire yourself. You will not get paid. Whatever is left in your TSP, you will have to live off of Do not fire yourself. You are firing yourself. Do not fire yourself and have nothing forward. Do not fire yourself. Yes, yes, we'll take a short commercial break. We'll take a short commercial break while I get fruit snacks. Short commercial break. Hold on. Hold on, let me get something. Offer servants pay when the budget has not been passed. It is not March. What are y'all doing? What are you thinking? The budget hasn't been passed. It's not March. It's just coming into February. You're not gonna get paid. You're gonna fire yourself. You're firing yourself. For God's sake, what severance pay you gonna get? That's not your boss sending you that email. That's not your HR person sending you that email. For God's sake. God, you telling me that you telling me you're the type of person that will get a phone call and they say, yeah, this is Social Security Administration. I need your Social Security number. Why you need my Social Security number? Most of us hang up, but some of y'all be like, okay, here it is. Here go my social. You take random phone calls where you give out your social. Yeah, let me go ahead and get it. Then you be like, oh, I got robbed for millions of something of dollars. Because we know the Social Security number, the Social Security officer would never call us, but some people take the call. There's plenty of articles out there of people getting robbed of their life savings because they thought it was the Social Security Administration calling them. All right, Feral Panda. Sorry. Just went on a rant. 770.
Oh, you're okay. You're okay. I just have a quick. It's kind of a little bit left, but it's kind of still on topic of what we're talking about, if that's okay. So I was up last night, strolling the streets, just walking around, licking windows everywhere. Going to end up getting thrush if I keep licking too hard. But anyway, so I know that there is a lot, we all know, there's a lot of hatred towards the LGBTQ plus community, specifically trans individuals. And I just want to say, with everything that's currently going on and legislation that's trying to be passed specifically towards that community, just keep in mind that during a certain part of our history that starts with an H, those people also had a special little pink triangle on their tag and weren't liberated like everyone else was. They were taken to another prison. So I just don't understand all the hatred, but that's me, I guess. They're just trying to be human and live their lives just like everybody else. They just want to be accepted and loved just like everybody else. And I have no problem with what you identify as, who you love, color of your skin, anything like that. If you're a good human, I'm a good human. Hello. Let's be good humans together. None of the other stuff matters to me, and I just don't understand why people hyper-focus on it. But anyways, I'm sorry.
You're fine. It's okay.
I just wanted to remind people that maybe didn't know of the little special pink triangle that was on some of those tags.
Was our living segment and history segment of the news station. I really don't know what clip to play first. Fuck it. Native Americans out there, the immigrants out there, everything is really heartbreaking, and everything is like, I'm so human that I respect every human, and this is like, as far as news, it's like, yo, like, are we really trying to cultivate something that doesn't exist anymore? Like, Bacon's Rebellion started all this. You don't look like this. You don't look like this, and then a rich person set you up. A rich person told you look like that. A rich person, 18 something, told you at the Bacon's Rebellion when y'all all came together, we all came together. Say, oh, this is ridiculous. We all getting underpaid. And a rich person said, nah, let me help you out. Let me help you out. See, you are above them because you have different skin. The setups is maddening, yo. And the fact that it's been going on through history is that some of y'all really kept y'all ancestor DNA. Like you didn't. Oh, this place here, bro. This place here, bro. Love just undereducated. Just it ain't even your fault. It's the undereducation of this place. This place don't want you to learn nothing. This place rather have you divided than realizing, hey, yo, everything they taught us is wrong. And we need to do better as humans to unify. Like, this place is wild, bro. This is the wildest capitalist place in the world. It's loaded.
We have some big news right now. NBC News has confirmed that as part of Donald Trump's mass deportation raids, ICE agents have snagged American citizens along with Native Americans, and racial profiling fears are growing because of it. According to NBC News, the Navajo Nation office has been flooded with calls from tribal members living off reservation, with many saying that they have been questioned as part of ICE raids. Navajo Nation citizens are American citizens. And the Navajo president has even confirmed that there have been negative and sometimes traumatizing encounters between ICE and Navajo Nation citizens. In Newark, a U.S. military veteran who's an American citizen was detained for a period of time because of an ICE raid. In New York, a warehouse manager who's a U.S. citizen has been detained for a period of time. With more raids to come, this will likely only increase. If you're watching this video and you are fearful, carry your identification with you and go to the ACLU's website to learn more about what you can do if an ICE agent does approach you and you are a U.S. citizen, for example. As always, comment below your thoughts, spread the word, and follow along on here and on my other social platforms linked in my bio for more news. We have some...
Hey, look, listen. If you ain't hearing me, I hope you hear me. I don't have a degree. I don't have nothing. I'm just well read in history. Folks who ancestors picked in the field, you better listen to me. Don't think you above these immigrants. Look at here now. Don't think you above these immigrants. Once they done with them, they coming for you now. Couple things you need. Now, none of the folks in the South that I know, my relatives, ain't got a goddamn... Excuse me, I told somebody I'd try not to use that word. None of the folks in the South or relatives I know got a passport. Equivalent to freedom papers. Equivalent to freedom papers. Yeah. And while you playing around here, thinking that that's them, they ain't gonna come for you. Shit, boy, they have you, the 13th Amendment, they gonna use that motherfucker to the power of 9. Shit. Ain't no more. Hey now, friends with attitudes.
You know, I don't come in the box. Hey, Pastor.
Hey now.
You know, I normally stay on my side, but this is
I
a
be
little
over there.
bit.
You know I be over there.
Listen, the reason why they're getting rid of them is so they can turn us into the next ones to be out here pulling the fruit and picking the lawns and everything else. They're going to try to take us back where we used to be. That's why they're taking the board of education. That's why they're shipping folks out of here, and they think that we ain't next. The first brown people, the second brown people, the third brown people, we are the brown people, and that's where they want us to be, somewhere where they can control us and we can't do what we want to do. They're trying to take us back. History is going to be repeated and not pushing forward. All right, let me get down.
You ain't lied though. You ain't lied later. You ain't lied. You ain't lied. Y'all around here playing. Y'all around here playing without your passport, without your passport ID card. Shit, they gonna use that 13th. You know what the 13th is? Anybody? Anybody don't know what the 13th is? Let me see who don't know what the 13th is. Anybody?
Me.
Don't Google it. Don't Google it.
Me.
Do not Google it. I know you don't know.
Me.
Yeah.
Me.
Okay.
Me.
Okay.
Me. Me.
Slavery can exist.
Me. Dad, this is my friend like a puppet.
Slavery can exist by incarceration. I see you.
It's like a puppet. I want my friend to be like a puppet.
It can exist. The 13th Amendment, it can exist by slavery. Now, I'm not playing around with you. I'm not letting my kids be played around with. Now, my extended family, I can't help them. I can't help them. I can't help them. All I can do is put the word out. Now, what might be of interest to you and all of you is getting with some of these banks that have land lots, and it's credit unions. It's credit unions in different states. They have land lots for sale as low as $20. It might be a good idea. It might be a good idea to lock down your property. That's gonna be the Freedom Papers. But it might be a good idea to lock down your property with a few relatives. If you have a good European descended friend, I'm gonna take you all the way back. Folks couldn't buy houses or land that looked like me, so they had good European descended friends who would put the deed in their name. So when they looked it up, it looked like it was the Europeans, and you was just a worker there. Even though that was yours. Look, I'm putting out nuggets. I'm trying to help you out. If you got you might want to get with you a friend, a European descent that you're good with, and have them get a deed of land in your name. And then you could just stay on the property, work out on the property, grow a garden on the property, and just say you work there. They won't mind. They won't mind if the help is just working Miss Nana's property. That's the help. It's yours. But hell, I'll be damned if I play silly games around here. I'll be damned. Hey, I understand. But I'll be damned if I play silly games. And you know what? When they looking for me and they saying, boy, come here. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. How can I help you, Mr. Rogers? Yes, sir. And where you going? Well, I got my papers on me, and I was just headed to the airport because Mabel said I could leave for the day since I done did my work. And I'm headed over to see my family, and these papers grant me access to a plane. And you best believe, when the coast clear, I'm making my move. But I'm joking. I'm joking, but I'm being honest with you. I'm joking and being honest at the same time. If within these 52 days, we got 52 days now. Within these 52 days, They get what they want if you ain't made plans in 52 days and they get what they want. I wish everybody the best, no matter what race, religion you look like, and especially women. I hope that you protect yourself no matter what brown, white tea, tan, pink, I don't care what you look like as a woman. You best to protect yourself because them savages, I'm calling them savages. I'm gonna call myself a mutation, but them savages coming for your body. It's gonna be lawless. They're coming for your body no matter what age you are. Like, women, they coming for your bodies. And I hope that you got the B.AME.C, and I hope you got something. Amazon sells some protection, and I hope you got you some. And you're gonna need to click up together, because the only way to stop them is if it's a group of y'all that's willing to fight back. Ain't nothing, you ain't missing nothing. We just talking about camping. You ain't missing nothing over here. All I'm talking about is camping. Lord Jesus, that's all I'm talking about. Let me tell you what you need. When you you know, because I don't want nobody to get a question talking about something. He was talking about this and that. No, I am just talking about camping. Let me tell you a couple things you need on a camping trip. You're going to need your E-tool. You're going to need your multi-tool. You're going to need your scapuling knife, a directional pen. You're going to need a multi-purpose spoon. You're going to need you some, the things you snap that let the colors go off and it be glowing. Some glow sticks. You're going to need your tent. You're going to need your a poncho. You're going to need you some bandages and some gloves. You're going to need some hooks and ladders as well. And you're going to need a bag. And of course, a sleeping bag and a lantern and a little stove. Yeah, a fillet. Yeah, I can't say that wicked though. Neosporin, of course. You need some iodine pills. Oh yeah, you definitely gonna need a can opener. I'm just saying you should be prepared. And if you ain't got nothing, if you ain't going nothing but camping, look. No, your husband didn't. I ain't saying, look, those of you with husbands, I'm not telling you what to do. If your husband ain't preparing you and you just like living your life without just having something to be prepared for, even just going on a road trip, that's between y'all. And I don't want to hear no complaining about scarcity of food, prices of food. I don't want to hear none of that. I don't want to hear none of that. I don't want to hear none of that. Food too high. I don't want to hear none of that. Because I want you to come back like, damn, he tried to tell me. Even if it was nothing. Even if it was just to have a camping. Even if it was just to have the camping bag in your closet for a rainy day to go camping. And you weren't prepared and your whole town look empty. Because there's some empty towns in these states. So, I don't want to hear nothing. I don't want to hear nothing. Because once again, I'm the man on the sidewalk yelling through the microphone, sounding crazy.
And they received an email that said, from the administration, if you tender your resignation by next Friday, we will guarantee you payment through the end of September, whether or not you show up for work. So, tender your resignation.
This C-SPAN.
And then, boy, it's just going to be a gravy train. You're just going to get paid for 7 months without working. The president has no authority to make that offer. There's no budget line item to pay people who are not showing up for work. This is a guy who made this promise to contractors again and again and again when he was a private business guy. Oh, come work for me on my casino. Come work for me in a hotel. We're going to do a handshake. We're going to do a contract. The contractor does the work and then finds out they get stiffed. So my message to federal employees who receive this is, Yeah, the president has tried to terrorize you for about a week and then gives you a little sweetheart offer. If you resign in the next week, we're just going to pay you for doing nothing for the next 7 months. Don't be fooled. He's tricked hundreds of people with that offer.
I just want to say something. This is on C-SPAN. And if you go through your CNN, MSNBCs, your Foxes, your ABC, CBSs, and I looked last night and today, you cannot find this clip of Tim Kaine talking about federal workers and literally telling people what not to do. This is how paid for your media is. This is how paid for the media. They not even putting this on the damn news. Not even a snippet.
If you accept that offer and resign, he'll stiff you just like he stiffed the contractors. He doesn't have any authority to do this. Do not be fooled by this guy. You were here before he was here, and you'll be here after he was here. Show up for work, be diligent, serve Americans every day, make their life better, answer their phone call, give them an answer, track down their constituent call. Don't be fooled by a fake offer that because he's terrorized you in the last week, it would be easy to just resign now and get a check for 7 months, because I can tell you that promise is worth nothing.
You gonna throw away your pension? I don't forget what side of the aisle you on, but the pension though, the TSP. Motherfuckers out here thinking they gonna get 7 months of pay, and the budget ain't even passed. It ain't even March. We're just now rolling into February. Bro, the budget ain't even been passed for that line item to pay these folks. It's some folks out here about to be hurting. I am telling you, it's going to be some folks coming within the week, a few days. They're going to be talking. They're going to be talking about how they left and they not getting paid and la, and they haven't got paid yet, but they told they was. Ah, you not smart. You're not smart. Oh. And you're gonna be talking about it like it's somebody else's fault. It's not the person in the White House's fault that you are not educated and do not know the difference between what kind of emails you're supposed to take and take them serious, and what emails are spam. Like, that's BS though. And you not even okay, let me think about longevity here. Okay, I've been here like 15 years. I need 5 more years. Why I'm gonna take this? Because my TSP is only at my pension is only like at 600,000. The TSP is only at like 200,000. That's only 800,000. That's not even $1 million. And they said people need $1 million to retire. See, today's economy in these states, they say you need $1 million. That's for them workers, the federal workers. I can't believe we got some folks out here that really. Yeah, they said take a meal. They said you need to have your hand at 8 sources of income. That's why I started out with the budgeting class. I mean, hell, I thought I was going to have time to get back to it. I'm already on overtime. There's a way to get to $1 million. But y'all ain't been here for the budget. Don't listen. I need to get through these 52 days. I can't even go back to finance right now. Every day there's something new, and I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Every day there's something new, and I can't even get to none of our mental health stuff, none of our finance stuff. I can't get to none of it because I have to report, and you have to report. I have to report, and you have to report on what the hell is going on. 52 days will tell if democracy is crumbling, if these states will have to choose a side. And I think there will be states that choose a side, and I think it will be civil. If in 50, I bit my tongue, so it's gonna come true. It could come true, it's not gonna come true. Woo! Bit my tongue. I have 52 days. 52 days while reporting on these stories. And this ain't even the kind of news coverage I do. I cover some news, but this is heavy. This is deep. This is continuous. This is every day. I got 2 more clips. Hey now. It's loaded. It's loaded. I'm a one production team news network. 7777.
All right, for all you people that
It's
didn't
one
know,
person.
the actual proposed VA benefits cuts is out. And this is what's being proposed. Number one, they're talking about removing VA disability pay for veterans who work. Number two, ending TDIU or 100% disability payment rate for veterans who can't work once they hit retirement age.
Vets.
Number three, they want to tax the disability payments. Number four, ending disability compensation for veterans with a 10% and 20% disability rate.
Proposals.
Number five, reducing VA disability compensation by 30% once veterans hit the Social Security retirement age.
Vets.
You know, and you sit back and think about it. You know, some of us have been to combat. Some of us, you know, we done sacrificed our whole life. Then we got some soldiers whose families done paid the ultimate sacrifice. And this the repayment we getting from people that haven't even been out there. And, you know, the military is not no regular job. You know what I mean? It's not a regular job. And so for us to get treated like this, for all you veterans that voted for him, y'all see what y'all getting. You know, it's all gravy. I'm a God-loving and God-fearing man, so it's all gravy with me, you hear me? But for some of the other people out there, and, you know, I really feel bad about the families or the
Hold on, I got you.
the service member that done paid the ultimate sacrifice. He can go out there to Arlington. He can go to any one of these military cemeteries and look and see how many grave sites they got out there. I'm talking about all y'all who voted for this. And then after that, you think about what you done. It's a shame, I think.
In particular, I ain't mad at you. I understand some people need to put their hand on the stove to find out. Definitely the hand is on the stove for a lot of people. For those who did nothing and sat at home, and those who did what they did. Like, yeah. I ain't mad at you. I'm not mad at you. Actually deserve the song. I ain't mad at you. I really ain't mad at you. I ain't mad at you. mad at you. I mean, I think I'm doing a good job preparing y'all. I think I'm doing a good job preparing y'all. I think I'm doing a good job putting little nuggets in your head. I think I'm doing a good job that there may need to be some money up under the mattress. There may be, and there's nothing wrong with having something on standby. There's nothing wrong with having a bag ready to go. There's nothing wrong with your kids knowing a safe word. There's nothing wrong with having a room for your children and a space for them to hide. No, I have pot roast in there with potatoes, carrots, celery, peppers, onions, and garlic in it. No, I'm not buying no McDonald's. It's okay to teach your kids how to be quiet. It is okay. It is okay to teach them how to, hey, anything go on, you hide right here. You hide in this little cubby. And then you call this number. You call this person. Here's the number. I put it right here. You call this person. You don't say nothing now. You don't McDonald's. You call this number and they're going to take care of you in case anything happened to mommy and daddy. Because I don't want you in captivity. I don't want you to be taught that some different things and not be educated. I want you to learn as much as you can so maybe you can come back in here and save us. You know? It's okay to pre-plan. It doesn't hurt. It's okay to be in another country watching it all burn. You don't have to get in there and tussle with nobody. You don't have to pick up no pew and do anything. It's okay to sit it out somewhere else in another country and be safe and come back when it's all over and the restart happen if that's where it's going. Because there's some folks who are not going to bend the knee. Millions will not. They will not have it in the military, outside the military, civilians, non-civilians, immigrants, non-immigrants. There's some folks that's it's gonna click and they're gonna say, you know what, this ain't right. This ain't right. It's gonna be folks driving their trucks, driving their cars, 18-wheelers. They're gonna say, hey, I'm not delivering. I'm not delivering to that state. And that state that is going with these rules, oh, they're gonna be hungry. In some states, there's gonna be some real protests that happen. And some folks gonna be hungry in their states. They're gonna say, why we ain't got no lettuce? Why we ain't get no strawberries? Why we not getting no grapes here? Why we not getting no meat here? Why we ain't getting no meat here? Why is no manure coming in for us to grow our own crops? Because those other states that are not with this are not going to import anything into your state while you're doing tariffs. Because you got to rely on states now. So some states, for those of you who want to stay and participate, will be safe havens. So when you ask about those 22 states, I was talking about 20 or 22 states that will not participate in a constitutional convention to ratify and change some amendments. There are states that are not going to be participating. Like I said, I might be headed to California. I might. I see a vision. I see a vision for myself. We in raggedy, tattered clothes, crossing the great Arizona towards Texas. And Texas has realized that they want to be part of Mexico. And Mexico has realized that they can get California back and be a great country again. And as the cartel deems themselves a qualifying country, you have a choice to make in new California. Because California just asked to be separated from the states. If you didn't know, now you know. And with Oregon being on that side as well, growing a healthy amount of vegetables over there. And you got to pick your states wisely. Not the tobacco farming states that the soil is like sand because they didn't know how to turn new crops. You got to turn new crops. That's why the soil is sand in some of those states. You got to turn new crops. They didn't turn new crops, so the soil turned into sand. So if you're ever traveling in a southern state and you wonder why you see sand and you don't see ocean, it's because they didn't turn the crop. Okay? They didn't turn the crop. That's why it's all sand right there. Some states you got to you are going to have to pick wisely in 52 days if democracy is no more. And you're going to have to pick. You're going to have to look around your house. Now let me give you a heads up. Give you a heads up. A lot of your stuff can go digital. Like your family pictures and stuff like that. You might need to consider right now start uploading your pictures to Google Drives or to cloud, and you won't have to worry about anything if somebody take out your family photos. They'll all be uploaded to the drive. And what you could do is come up with multiple emails. If you do not want to pay for terabytes of storage, you come up with multiple emails and then you start sticking your photos in them until it starts filling up when it comes to the Google Drives. Okay? Yeah, the external drive, but I'm just trying to, in case it gets eliminated, in case you don't take it with you, in case you forget it at home and you're limited on the amount of things that you could take. You understand? So you might want to start backing it up. Might be a good day to say, you know what, I got photos that aren't located in the drive. Because the last thing I want you to be is sad. Because that first grade photo, that pre-K photo, your first day of school, the photo you have with your siblings and your mom and dad who are no longer here, you no longer have those photos. Your first day of work that you're proud of. Your first day out of college and going to work for a business. All those first day moments. When you got married. When you and your best friend went on a girls trip. And you had fun even though you were sad that you had a breakup. None of those moments should be forgotten. When you celebrated your friend's birthday. When you and your best buddy were out fishing. You shouldn't forget those things. So you need to back them up. I have photo albums, but my stuff's backed up. Just want to let you know, might be a good day to do it if you have nothing else to do. All right, last clip.
Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett.
Works. I could be wrong, but I think we're going to end up shutting down the government. The problems that we keep seeing is that he is trying to test his power. He said that he was going to be a dictator on day one, and that's exactly what we are experiencing. Because he decides that his power of the pen should overrule everything else. The reason that he is wrong, in my legal opinion, is that when it comes to appropriations, that is not something that the president does. It is something that the Congress does. The Congress has the power of the purse. What does that mean? That means that it has to go through 535 people before it makes it to the president's desk. And that is the only way that we literally take in your tax dollars from the various ways that we take in tax revenue. And then we redistribute that money in the various ways that we do. That has to go through Congress. He unilaterally believes that he can, with the stroke of a pen, say, never mind, we're going to undo that. A couple of issues with that. Number one, we have the power of the purse, not the president. Number two, that has already been signed into law. We have organizations that are relying on us. They have made contracts based on that. And so I personally think those organizations need to jump into some of this litigation because they are relying to their detriment on what we promised them. That's yet more legal terminology. But he tried this when it came down to the Constitution. He believes that he can override the Constitution as well. And so that's why he's been pushed back by a Reagan Republican judge immediately, where they said you can't get rid of birthright citizenship. But I think that what he's trying to do is he is daring this Trump Supreme Court to cross him. Listen, all we need is some people with a backbone, and that's on both sides of the aisle. We need some Republicans that say we are not okay with you destroying everything. And when I say everything, it's not just gonna be black folk, it's not just gonna be brown folk, it's gonna be rural white folk as well. So If y'all don't come together and understand we need to organize for the midterms right now, or at least yesterday, then we are going to continue to go down this road. So right now, all I can tell you is that we don't have the numbers. I'm going to do everything that I can to say the Democrats need to stand together, and we need not give them anything. Because if they are not promising to do right by us, not to mention, even if we engage in negotiations, if he feels like he can just go ahead and take all the Democratic priorities out of whatever, then we also are going to be losing. So right now, I know everybody is panicked. I know everyone is upset, and I completely understand. All I can tell you is that hopefully we will have some judges, whether they are Democrats or Republican appointees, that will follow the law. This is very simple. What he is doing is lawless. He is lawless, and y'all decided that y'all wanted a thug in chief, and that's exactly what we got. We got somebody that shows y'all he don't have no respect for the law. He will continue to violate the law. He is violating the law. We will see if judges will continue to enable him to violate the Congress.
That is Jasmine Crockett, Congresswoman. It's crazy to me how when it's really time for women to unify, the self-interest always baffles me. And I'm not talking about Jasmine Crockett. I'm talking about like women in general, like wanting men to loathe over them. It's just weird to me. I believe there's power to be had, but not outside your body. Like, it's wild to me to think that millions of women voted against their own self-interest. I don't get it. Or women voting towards not the interests of other women. It's a complicated thought process, and I'm still not understanding how you could. How are you not well read? How can you not read something? Especially last year, I'm like, read it, and you don't read. Are we so caught up in entertainment that it has to be like everything has to get through your head? I would have to read chapter and verse on a daily basis of policy and literally tell you that this is what they're going to do, even though they're telling you they're not, even though they lied to you. Is it encoded in the DNA to only want entertainment? Is it encoded? Because it's not encoded in my DNA. I like to read. But the egg's not cheaper. I mean, but the egg's not cheaper though. Nothing's cheaper. Nothing's cheaper. Like if somebody tell you they're going to do something, it should be done day one. Right? The minute it doesn't get word, my word means everything. And you are still like, is having a savior really a thing when saviors have been around you your entire life for generations? For generations, take this in. For generations, you have had saviors. And I'm speaking directly to YT women. Not every single YT woman was part of slavery. All right? Some of them did not have slaves. Let me get that out there clearly. Some of them worked as well, and some of them were part of whatever. But some of them were trying to work. Some of them were indentured servants. But to the ones that have had saviors that did not look like them, that did not look like the picture of Jesus that was painted inside the Bible that was given to you by Michelangelo. That's Michelangelo's nephew. That picture. Historically. Historically, that's Michelangelo's nephew. He painted his nephew. Okay? Historically. Your savior has always been people of color from a different diaspora. Let's get down to it. The mothers who you enslaved, you made them feed your babies. They had them suckling from you. The mothers who you did not care for, who worked in fields in this country, you had your babies on their bosoms. Your children would play with other children to give you a break, those enslaved children, as saviors. You were saved from working in the field. You were saved from having to come up with ideas for traffic lights and automobiles. What Ford industrialized was the assembly line, not the automobile. The automobile was made by two people of color. Ford assembled the assembly line to mass produce it. Okay? You even went as far as to castrate Benjamin Carver, who gave you the peanut and 1,000 other amazing ideas. 1,000 other amazing ideas. You castrated him because you thought that he was going to touch your daughter, so he couldn't lead a lineage. He couldn't lead a lineage. You have had saviors this whole time in America that don't look like you. George Washington Carver, thank you, Yellow Belly. George Washington Carver. You have had saviors that have done the work for you, including thinking. You didn't have to think how the traffic light was going to build. Ideas were taken. You didn't have to think about the light bulb. The idea was taken from somebody that worked from them. Eli Whitney. You didn't have to think about how the traffic was going to come. These ideas, your saviors have been here this whole time. But you keep looking for an inward person that looks like you to save you, and you have been saved the whole time. You've been saved the whole time. The whole time you've been saved. Giving you. Even down to... Yeah, I mean, shit. I mean, he didn't have to take as much hit as he did. Saviors have been right amongst you. Have humanized themselves and been demonized here to still try to make positive outcomes for you and everybody else. Demonized, dehumanized, but still working for everyone. Saviors, here, making bills for everyone. Making it equal for everyone. Right here. You don't need a great YT hope if you are treating everybody as a human. Your hope should rely on the people that rely on you every day, trying to strive forward to make things right for you. It ain't gonna get through. Fuck it. It ain't gonna get through. It ain't gonna get through. The nuggie. It ain't gonna get through. It's not gonna get through. You have fought against everything. One person moves into your neighborhood, you move. You move when they come in. As soon as they come in, you move. It's not gonna get through. It's not gonna get through. There's such a divisiveness in this country. Yeah, so I'm finna end. I hope you got a spoonful. Hopefully a nugget set in. I'm not guaranteeing that it did. I don't think it did. You have a wonderful, wonderful rest of your day. 777 News out.